This episode was made possible thanks to generous supporters on Patreon. I've been playing the guitar for 32 years, and after I had to deal with back pain and damaged nerves, I realized why the classical guitar position is indeed classical. I've been too much focused on hands positions and playing efficiently that I actually forgot that the hands are attached to body, whose ergonomics also should be taken care of. Last week I consulted a physiotherapist in order to confirm and clarify details regarding the classical guitar positions. So today I want to share these details with you so you don't have to struggle with the same problems I do. For most of my life, I've been holding the guitar like this. It's quite a popular way to play the guitar like that, and it's easy, it's fancy, especially for girls who want to show off their legs or other physical attributes they might have. However, according to my doctor, this fancy posture has led to imbalanced back musculature and also lowering my left shoulder, which is normal because you always try to play complex stuff and these things combined had led to nice spinal distortion, which also contributed to pinching my ulnar nerves and therefore inflaming them. Thanks to that, in the last 2 years or so, there have been several times when I've been deprived from playing for more than a month. And you can imagine that this is not exactly the best thing to happen to a musician. Of course, it doesn't mean that if this position is comfortable to you, you shouldn't use it. Use it by all means, but you need to be cautious and aware of certain things. The fancy posture. If you're going to use this position, then you need to make sure that you're not slouching and your shoulders are equal in height. Position your guitar according to your body posture, not vice versa, which is usually the tendency. Something I use as a guide is to grab a chord on the 9th fret, which is pretty much the geometrical center of the neck. And this ensures that no matter in which half of the neck I'm going to play, I won't go into extremes. So this is pretty much the spot where my arm forms 90-degree angle to the neck. Of course, there might be some slight variations due to different body types and so forth, but this is pretty much the good starting point. Then also make sure that your body is not rotating to one side, because if you spend a lot of time with your body rotated like that, usually this is the direction that happens, and you'll start experiencing quite unpleasant problems after some time, so make sure you avoid that. So if you use the 90-degree rule, you will figure out that the guitar is actually slightly angled to the body, which is the normal thing to do. If you attempt to align the guitar with the same surface with the body, you will end up with this situation, and this arm is going too much on the back, this one is going too much on the front, and this causes very unnatural position, and soon after you will have troubles, you can be sure about that. The classical posture. If you decide to go for this one, it will be probably the more natural way to hold the guitar as long as you use footrests, basically this thing here. It's used basically to maintain the proper height of the guitar and to avoid slouching. I've set my footrest to about 20 centimeters, and this is also a good starting point. It's pretty much the middle of the settings. Nevertheless, you still need to be aware of slouching and rotating, and also keep your legs vertical, not like you're going to give a birth or something. With this position, the danger of rotating is also very big because, again, you need to be careful not to align the guitar to be parallel to the body and then rotate like that, because this will lead to trouble. Again, you can apply the 90-degree rule and it will basically situate the guitar pretty much like that. Another benefit I find with this particular posture is that it's much easier to play guitars that don't have this type of chamfering here, which is very, very useful, especially when you have these nerve problems that I do. And for example, if you have a guitar which is like archtop, usually they don't have such thing, and your arm is resting on this edge here, and this is exactly where the ulnar nerve is going. And when you rest your arm on this edge, this nerve gets inflamed, and then you are going to have problems. So with this position, it's much easier because the position of the arm towards the body is a little bit more favorable than the fancy position. You see, the angle is a little bit like that. And if you play in this position, then the arm is more neutral position, so it's not resting so much on this edge. So basically, these are my personal reasons to switch from the fancy, which you can see in my older videos, to the classical posture, and this gives me a chance to continue playing instead of ending up in a wheelchair. So to sum it all up, no matter which of the two positions you decide to use, make sure that you're not slouching, you're not rotating your body, you don't press your arm against this edge here, no matter if you have chamfering or not. Just be careful about that, it's really important stuff. And place your legs vertically so that the knee is aligned to the heel. So that's everything for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you find this video useful. If you like my work, consider supporting me on Patreon up here or on the links down in the description, where you can get tabs and all kinds of interesting materials for as low as $3 per month. Also, subscribe to my channel and click the bell button to get informed when I upload new video. See you next time, and remember, practice makes perfect.